I'm Saturday hauling for you guys today, and I'm going to start off with a repurchase. I'm nearly out of the Ciele SPF 30 sculpting stick in the shade 03 Tan. So I picked up another one of these. This has got 0.25 ounces of product, or 7 grams. And it is made in the USA. So that is the box packaging. And I have another shade of this that I originally purchased, and then I wished for a darker shade, especially going into summer, because you can kind of use less product and it blends out so nice. So I have got 03 Tan. This is the one. This is what's left. I do have this on my face today to bronze contour, so I just kind of underpaint it and put it on before I put any powder on my face. And again, I really like this product. I really like the tone of it too. I'm gonna swatch the new shade next to the original one that I got too, because I feel like the older one is just slightly more cool toned than the one that I just got, but it's still a really pretty shade of bronze. So this top swatch will be the one that's almost out. And then the new one, and there was a stopper on here too, which I chucked already. Here is the new one, which just, I mean, it just looks a little bit warmer to my eyes. Am I imagining that? Maybe I am. And I've got a ton of Ciele products now, and I just really, really like them for cream products with the SPF and stuff, especially for the summertime. It's primarily what I've been wearing all summer, is their blushes and the bronzing stick, and then like underpainting and stuff like that. I've really been enjoying that. So this is the shade Tan. And then the first shade that I had purchased is the shade 02 Medium. And this will be a good one, again, going into winter. But when I was going into summer, I was just finding that I was layering it up to get more color out of it, which is fine. But I just wanted to use a little less product, so I got a deeper shade in the 03. So let me just kind of, again, this is the old one, new one, and then this is a different shade completely. And like when I swatch them all together like that, I don't know, they don't look that much different. But this one is like a little bit more reddy and a little bit deeper than the 02 Tan shade. So anyway, I got another one of those because, again, I'm almost out of it. And then I also purchased another one of the new reformulated Artist Color pencil from Makeup Forever, the lip liners. The original shade, or the one that I purchased first in the reformulation, which is a shade that they've had around for a while, but again in the Longwear new pencil formulation, was Anywhere Caffeine. So I'll swatch that one next to the one that I just got in Legendary Latte. But these guys here are made in Germany, and they've got 0.042 ounces of product, or 1.2 grams. So this is the pencil that I've got on my lips today with MAC's Myth lipstick. So I've sharpened it a couple times because I've been wearing it a lot. So again, this is Legendary Latte right there. And I do like the formulation of these lip liners. I would like to make it to a gondola and swatch like all the shades, but I haven't been to town or in a Sephora for a hot minute. But this is Anywhere Caffeine, which is darker, next to Legendary Latte. So I've again got Legendary Latte on my lips today, but they're nice and creamy. They have a really nice wear time, and they wear off not as like thick around the border of your lips as the original Longwear Makeup Forever artist pencils. I find like they're not the more traditional wood style pencils. Like, I've got one right here. They're not like these guys right here. This is a different formula, I mean, this is a sharpenable pencil too, but this is like traditional wood. These are more like long wearing, but again, they don't, like the aqua pencils, those are the ones that I'm thinking of. They don't wear off so thick and liney, or go on so thick and liney as the aqua pencils did from Makeup Forever. So I do really like those. Again, these are the Artist Color Pencil Extremes right there in Legendary Latte and Anywhere Caffeine. I also saw this lip product from Hello Sunday. It's a nourishing lip tint with an SPF of 45. And so I clicked on the ingredients, and I was super excited to see that it's a mineral lip balm with SPF 45, which is pretty high, and it's tinted as well. So 5.2 grams, or 0.18 ounces of product. Zinc oxide is the sunscreen ingredient that is in here. And this here, it says born in Britain, made in the USA on the packaging. So I got the shade Vanilla Cloud, which is just a really easy to wear nude. And I've put this in my pocket quite a few times thus far. The formula is a little stiffer than most, but it does have that high SPF 45 with the zinc oxide. And again, zinc oxide is a thicker, heavier mineral. If you're used to using like mineral sunscreen products, you'll kind of be familiar with that. But it's got nice, in my opinion, it does have a nice amount of slip to it for having such a high SPF in a mineral product. And it's just a really easy to wear nude as well. There's an expiration date on the band right there too. And then this is how much product is in the bullet right there. So again, that is the Hello Sunday Vanilla Cloud Nourishing Lip Tint SPF 45 right there. It really pairs well with those lip liners, both of them too, actually. And then my blush buying is still out of control, in case you were wondering. And I got one of the new limited edition Gucci blushes. So this is the Cheeks and Eyes Powder Luminous Matte, 0.19 ounces of product. And these guys here are made, you guys know how much fun it is for me to find where it's made. Made in Italy. So there are 2 of these available in this limited edition packaging. I got Bright Coral 04 because I already owned the other shade. And this is actually the blush that I have got on my cheeks today. And it's called Bright Coral, but I don't think that it's a bright coral. I kind of think that it's more like a rose pink color than a coral, but this packaging is super pretty. And I've got 5 of these blushes, one in the Red Star packaging that was limited edition, 4 in the original launches, and now this guy here, because how pretty is that? This is probably, I really like the stars on the other packaging as well, but this is just so pretty. Very nice, very luxe feeling in the hands. The color of this is really pretty too. It's like a satin finish. Again, it's what's on my cheeks. I don't really find it, again, to be a bright coral. It just kind of, well, it looks like a terracotta rose maybe, as opposed to a bright coral. But the formulation of this is just super easy to use. It's one of those powder blush products that you don't have to worry about like getting too much on your face, and then it blends out really well and it builds up if you want more color too. So again, I do really like this formula from Gucci, and this is the limited edition packaging, and this is the shade 04 Bright Coral. These do have a light fragrance to them, but it doesn't like linger on the skin or anything like that. And it is a pleasant kind of florally type of a scent to it, but I just love this. It is so, so pretty. So again, Gucci Bright Coral right there. And then I did get the other 3 shades of the Unreal blush sticks from Charlotte Tilbury, the Healthy Glow sticks. So these ones right here, I got the 3 other shades that I didn't originally purchase. So these have got 9 grams or 0.31 ounces of product in them. And these guys are made in Italy. So again, these are the 3 shades that I didn't originally purchase, and I'll swatch them with the 3 shades that I originally purchased as well as these ones so you can see them all together. The packaging on these, they feel really nice in the hands. They're very pretty, as I'd mentioned prior to. I love that they're color coordinated. But once you get the cap off and stuff, I've had 2 of these that were popped out of here, and I don't know if that means that these are supposed to be refillable or not. I kind of haven't heard that. But one of the things that I did notice is, because I had to pop it back in there, both of the 2, one from this haul and then one from another haul where it was out. So I had to push it back in there, and you have to kind of grab it, you know. Well, this here is quite flimsy. Like, it's very easy to squeeze and like touch the edges of the blush. So that kind of just, I don't know, it feels nice. They look pretty, but there is something that feels a little bit cheap about the packaging, especially when they're like popped out of there like that. So I don't think I should be able to squeeze this, you know what I mean? But other than that, I really like them. Obviously, I bought them all. So here is the Pinky Glow shade. These have got great pigmentation to them. They blend out really easy. I just underpaint with them, and they are great. So that one is Pinky Glow right there. And then we've got Rosy Glow right here. This one is Rosy Glow. And then we have got the shade Berry Glow, which just gives the cheeks this really pretty like sunburnt look. So this one is Berry Glow right there. And then let me grab the other 3. Here's Pretty Glow, which is got a decent amount of purple in it. That one's Pretty Glow. And then we've got Cherry Glow. Also gives a nice sunburnt look to the cheeks, but it kind of, for me, it turns a little bit more warm than like the berry shade, which I do like that like effect of like a warmer burnt, and this one's like actually like you got a little bit of a sunburn, which again I do like. And then the 6th shade is Peachy Glow right here. I do wish in the lineup, both in these ones and the Dior blushes, because I did purchase all of those as well, the blush sticks, that there was one that was a real punchy orange, but I guess I kind of got that in the Smashbox blush sticks, which I really like too. So let's do a little bit of a blend out. You can see they like swipe on really pigmented, but if you want them sheer, they do sheer out, you know, blend out. They're quite creamy as well. So there are the 6 shades of the blush sticks from Charlotte Tilbury right there. And then I placed an order with Wicked Widow Beauty, which it's been a hot minute, but they had sent me a palette years ago. And then they kind of fell off my radar a little bit, but they're an indie brand. And the palette that they sent me was really nice as well, but the one that I had been after is a newer one, and the formulation in the newer one is a little bit different compared to that older one. I think it was called Graveyard something or another. It was a little 8-pan, still a really pretty palette, but the formulations are again a little bit different, especially when it comes to like the shimmers and stuff. But anyway, The Crow is one of my favorite movies, so I had been after that palette for a while, and it's been out of stock, and I don't know why I didn't like see it anywhere when it first launched. Like I didn't know it was like in existence, you know, and then it came on my radar somewhere, probably on Instagram or something, and it was sold out on the website. And then recently it came back into stock because I kind of would check periodically and stuff, so I bought the Crow palette. It's what's on my eyes today. But first, let me swatch this highlighter that I also purchased from Wicked Widow Beauty, and I believe this is part of the American Psycho collection. That color story didn't like speak to me as much as the Crow one, but I'm kind of interested because I do really like the formulation of the shadows and stuff too. So I don't know, I might pick it up, I might not, I don't know. It could be sold out for all I know. I haven't checked in a minute, but I believe this one here, maybe it's not. Here I am talking, it's not even from that collection, I don't think. Wicked Widow, Tales of Terror, A Haunting. That's what collection this is from. So this guy here has got 3 grams. One thing about Wicked Widow Beauty, it doesn't say where they're made. So generally when brands do that, they're made in the PRC or made in China, but these are vegan and cruelty free. It does have the stamping on there, but again, none of the packaging on either of these products says where they're made or the palette that they sent me. So this guy is the highlighter that I've got on my face today, and it's a really pretty sparkly, pretty gold. It's got a slightly translucent base, which I love. Super sparkly highlighters with that translucent base. The sparkle just really shows on them. So the shade itself is called Jack-o'-lantern, and I've worn it quite a few times actually. The only thing that I'm not crazy about, it does provide a pretty strong undercast on my cheeks. You can see in the light just how beautiful it is, but if I were to tilt it, there is a bit of an undercast. You can see it right there. So on my cheeks, it looks a little bit darker on the top of my cheekbones. Not a deal breaker though. I'll still wear it. I still think it's really pretty. It's got like green and gold sparkles to it. But I'm intrigued. The Wicked Widow Beauty highlighters are now on my radar. So if they launch more highlighters in this formulation, I'll be looking into it. I think that the Crow one, there was a highlighter duo in those. Well, I don't know if that formulation is the same as this one or not. Those ones looked a little bit harder to wear, but I'm still tempted. It might be sold out by now too. I don't know. But anyway, this is the highlighter I've got on my cheeks. It's the Wicked Widow Tales of Terror Haunting collection, and this is the shade Jack-o'-lantern. And then for the eyeshadow palette, love the box packaging. The actual packaging mimics the box. Again, it doesn't say where these are made, but there is a total of, does it say how much product is in here? Oh, it doesn't. I'm not seeing on the box or the actual palette how much product is in here, but it does say cruelty free and vegan on it. Officially licensed 30th anniversary collection. So it's a cardboard with a magnetic closure. This has got a slightly raised kind of texture to it. The pants are pretty good sizes, so I think that you're getting a decent amount of product. I'm pretty sure that's a decent amount of product because they're, again, pretty large. When I got it, the Visions shade was cracked and kind of poofed out, and I was able to salvage it and like gently press it back together. And for the most part, the color story is, you know, pretty dark, but because of this light shimmer shade up here, I can make it a one and done. I have used it with just like a matte brow bone underneath as well. I like bringing in a single or something, and that works out too. But I mentioned it, yes I did. This is the eyeshadow palette that I've got on my eyes today. I've actually worn this palette for the last 3 days in a row and just been really having fun with it. The reds are really pretty, but you have to have almost like a translucent base or something to make them not turn pink when you blend them out. I use the CoverGirl, you guys know it's the light shade, so that's got obviously a color base to it that's really light, so I know that mixing those reds over the top of it's kind of blending a bit together and turning them probably pinker than if I had a translucent eyeshadow base on. But you could definitely use something like deeper or something with a black base or something to get them to turn, you know, more of a red color. The shimmer shade is on my lid, and that is a true red, which is super pretty. But these do, again, they blend out to be a little bit pink when I use the CoverGirl, but they're very pigmented, very beautiful eyeshadows. I'm going to be quite gently when I do this one right here because it's not pressed super firm because, like I said, it was kind of cracked, but I wasn't sure if they were going to restock this, so I was just kind of stalking the website and stuff, and I was so excited to see that it was still available, and I got my hands on it. So this is an interesting shade because it looks, you know, white, but the duochrome in this one is a green, like a green teal, which isn't right, like super in line with the color story. I found that interesting. This blue is absolutely beautiful. I've got it in front of the red sparkle on my lid. You can see how pigmented and smooth those matte eyeshadows are too. And then these guys. This is like a holographic black, and I actually put that in the crease yesterday as like my dark definitive shade, and it was really pretty in the crease. Like you could really see the pretty like multi-dimensional sparkles in it. And then this bottom row. It's just so pretty. It is just so pretty. I love this palette. So again, this is the Wicked Widow, the Crow eyeshadow palette. It is so beautiful. And that's everything that I got in that I purchased. I did get into great PR packages. This first one is from Alter Ego. They kind of do spin-offs of Natasha Denona palettes primarily, but the formulations in these are really nice, but they're more affordable. So they launched the Amber Glow eyeshadow palette, which I'm not sure off the top of my head without like thumbing through my Natasha Denona without thumbing through my Natasha Denona palettes which one this is a dupe for. But they also sent over their eyeshadow primer, which is like a dupe for Urban Decay Primer Potion. It's a long-lasting kind of a one, so if I'm outside in the humid weather, say I go to a concert or something, I'll use something like that because it does prolong the longevity and vibrance of the eyeshadow. But I don't like to use a primer like that every day because I do have drier eyelids and I like something more hydrating than those, but again, they are quite long-lasting. Probably the primer I should try out with the Crow eyeshadow palette. The reds might not turn so like pink. Anyway, this is the Amber Glow palette. It's got a soft matte texture, nice and weighted. The shadows are magnetized in here as well. This guy's got 15 grams or 0.53 ounces of product, and it is made in the PRC. So this guy here for me is very neutral. It's got a nice yellow, neutral, warm undertone to it. It's a one and done very easily for me. If anything, there could be maybe one more deep shade, because there's kind of a lot of mid-tone and stuff, and that's your deepest, you know, matte shade. So if you like neutral, warm, golden eyeshadows, this is an affordable option because the formulation that Alter Ego does is very nice. And then these next guys. And again, these are magnetized, so if you wanted to swap them out and you have a couple Alter Ego palettes, you can do that as well. And these next ones. And then these last three. So this guy here again is the new, what I say, Amber Amber Glow eyeshadow palette from Alter Ego, right there. And lastly, Pixi sent me over this little On-the-Glow trio set of cream products, which again, I'm really into the cream products, so I have a new appreciation for these guys right here as well. But this one here is the Blush, Bronze, and Super Glow, which I didn't have the bronzer. I may have at one point in time, but I feel like this is a different shade. And then I don't recall the highlight sticks either, but they sent over a blush, the bronze, and then the highlight shade. So they're the tinted moisture sticks, 0.6 ounces, which is a ton of product, or 19 grams. And these guys here are made in the USA. So this is what the box packaging looks like right here. They're very creamy, very kind of hydrating products. There's ginseng, aloe vera, and fruit extracts in there. How cute is like the PR container for those. So this one is the Super Glow Highlight Moisture Stick right here. And these, like the moisture stick and the bronzer, are quite light in terms of pigmentation, whereas I find the blush shades have more pigmentation than the highlighter and the bronzing stick. But these would be more like, I would use something like this highlighter right here to use as a base to cling on to really sparkly, more powder highlighters if you really wanted them to be like, you know, in your face, which I do. So this is a golden color, and these just twist up. There's like a ton of product in these. Let's see how far we go. It's a lot. This is Gilded Gold Hydrating Solid Highlighter. It says use on cheekbones, brow bones, and anywhere you want to brighten. So we're just going to do a big swatch of it. Like if you like do like shimmer down your legs and stuff, how pretty would this look like on your shin bone, right? Or on your décolleté. And then here's Warm Glow, the Hydrating Solid Bronzer. Same thing, used to add warmth and dimension to face and body. It almost has like a rosy tone to it. So you can see it's got a lighter pigmentation to it than like something like the Ciele, you know. So that guy there is the Warm Glow shade. And then the blush shade is the shade Juicy, which I do have in my collection. And this is a really pretty lip color, as well as a blush color. As you guys heard me say about like Charlotte Tilbury and Dior, I was wishing for an orange. Maybe I should, here's an orange, or tangerine, you know. So that one there is the shade Juicy. They make a really pretty pink and berry color in this too. But these, again, they're lighter in terms of pigmentation if you were to compare them to either the Dior or the Charlotte Tilbury. So if you don't like as much pigmentation, and these also have a lot of like hydration to them. So let's blend some out here. So when you think moisture stick, they do have that, you know, balmy kind of moisture factor to them. But those are the three. sticks from Pixi. And a huge thank you to both Pixi and Alter Ego for sending over those PR packages. And that is everything that I have for the haul today. I hope that you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I will see you guys later. Bye.